Urgent Birds fans, look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, if you're a true Eagles fan, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Every day we bring you hot news straight from the most reliable sources. Let's get straight to the news. Kenny Pickett's time as the Steelers quarterback has come to a bitter end. After betting heavily on the 25th overall pick in the 2022 draft, Pittsburgh decided to end the experiment after just 2 seasons. Looking to recover some value, the team traded Pickett to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, all the pieces of the trade are finalized and we can evaluate the results for both sides. The Philadelphia Eagles had one of the largest draft classes of the Howie Roseman era, with 10 picks, even without a 7th-round selection, something that has happened only 4 times under the GM's leadership, and for the first time since 2020. Among the highlights, linebacker Jihad Campbell was the big prize. Considered one of the top 10 talents of the 2025 draft, his fall to the 31st pick surprised even the always watchful Howie Roseman. The GM tried to trade up with the Chargers and other teams, but even without success, saw Campbell fall into the Eagles' lap. An extremely versatile linebacker, now under the care of defensive coordinator Vic Fangio. Interestingly, Campbell was not one of the Eagles' pre-draft visits. But according to Roseman and Nick Sirianni, visits are more for information checking than pure evaluation. And in Campbell's case, the Eagles were already confident. His talent and medical information were enough for the pick. Check out all the Eagles selections in the 2025 draft. Round 1, number 31, Jihad Campbell, LB, Alabama. After undergoing shoulder surgery in March, Campbell is still recovering, but is seen as an immediate impact defensive piece. Projected to play a hybrid role between linebacker and edge rusher, he is expected to pressure the quarterback in obvious passing situations. Round 2, number 64, Andrew Mukuba, S, Texas. Even after trying to trade up in the 2nd round for another target, the Eagles secured Mukuba, an explosive safety who excels in space and will compete for a starting spot alongside Reed Blankenship. Round 4, number 111, Ty Robinson, DT, Nebraska, a versatile talent who balanced medical studies with college football. Robinson should strengthen the interior defensive line rotation alongside Jalen Carter and Moro Ojomo. Round 5, number 145, Mac McWilliams, CB, Central Florida. While some expected Shedeur Sanders to be selected, the Eagles reinforced the secondary with McWilliams, a versatile cornerback capable of playing both inside and outside. Round 5, number 161, Smail Mondon Jr., LB, Georgia. Another Georgia talent coming to Philly, Mondon Jr. arrives to add depth to the linebacker position and serve as insurance in case Nakobe Dean continues to face physical issues. Round 5, number 168, Drew Kendall, C, Boston College. Part of the strategy of betting on players with NFL bloodlines, Kendall, son of former Pro Bowler Pete Kendall, brings potential to a league increasingly lacking quality centers. Round 6, number 981, Kyle McCord, QB, Syracuse. The South Jersey native quarterback who shined at Syracuse after a stint at Ohio State will be developed as a backup for Jalen Hurts, aiming for a bigger role in 2026. Round 6, number 991, Miles Hinton, OT, Michigan. Son of former All-Pro Chris Hinton, Miles arrives with an imposing physique and raw potential to be developed by legendary offensive line coach Jeff Stoutland. Round 6, number 207, Cameron Williams, OT, Texas. Another project for the offensive line. Williams projects as a natural right tackle but needs technical development, especially with his footwork. Round 6, number 209, Antwan Powell Ryland, edge, Virginia Tech. A productive college pass rusher who will need to make up for his lack of ideal height and speed with intelligence and technique to establish himself in the NFL. The Philadelphia Eagles have officially finalized the trade involving quarterback Kenny Pickett. This move also closes one of the chapters of the 2025 NFL draft negotiations, where draft picks served as part of the compensation. Trade details. Eagles receive Dorian Thompson-Robinson and a 2025 5th-round pick, 164th overall. Browns receive Kenny Pickett. The fifth-round pick, originally belonging to the Detroit Lions, ended up in the 164th position of the draft. In addition to acquiring Thompson Robinson, the Eagles used this pick, 164, along with their number 32 pick to trade up one spot in the draft, negotiating with the Kansas City Chiefs and securing linebacker Jihad Campbell with the 31st overall pick. After the trade, the Chiefs used their new pick to select linebacker Jeffrey Bassa, while the Pittsburgh Steelers took advantage of the draft to select defensive tackle Yahya Black from Iowa. What do the Browns gain with Kenny Pickett? The Browns receive Kenny Pickett, a former first-round pick by the Pittsburgh Steelers and now on his third team in just 2 seasons. Although his performance in Pittsburgh fell short of expectations, Pickett brings the experience of winning a Super Bowl ring as Jalen Hurts' backup during the Eagles' victorious 2024 campaign, something that certainly adds value to his resume. In Cleveland, what to expect from Dorian Thompson-Robinson with the Eagles? Both Pickett and Thompson-Robinson still have a lot to prove in their careers. However, both are young and have the potential to develop. The major advantage for Philadelphia is financial. Now they have Thompson-Robinson as their third string quarterback, QB3 for the next 2 seasons, paying less than what the Browns would have owed Pickett for just 1 season. In short, the Eagles not only smartly strengthened their quarterback rotation, but also used the trade to secure one of the most promising linebackers in the draft, further reinforcing the roster for 2025. The Eagles selected linebacker Jihad Campbell from Alabama. According to reports, he was the player the team had been targeting all along. During ESPN's Day One draft broadcast, it was mentioned several times that the Eagles tried to trade up to the Chargers pick to ensure they could get Campbell. The franchise made numerous calls around the league trying to strike a deal. Given that level of interest, it's hard to blame them for making sure Campbell didn't slip away at the last minute. Campbell has speed comparable to Malaki Starks, the size of Chop Robinson, and the ability to blow up ball carriers behind the line of scrimmage. There's really not much to dislike about his game. As for the Chiefs, although they use AI to assist in evaluating draft picks, it seems unlikely that they were targeting Campbell. If they had been seriously interested, giving up a 5th-round pick to move up and grab him, especially with higher-ranked players still on their board, would have been questionable. Furthermore, with Josh Simmons still available, a name highly regarded for the Chiefs at picks 31 or 32 due to his long-term potential, their focus was most likely on bolstering their offensive line. Simmons was once considered the top offensive tackle in this draft class before a mid-October injury derailed his season. He could be protecting Patrick Mahomes for the next 5 years, although the exact timing of his return remains uncertain. If the Chiefs had been willing to let Nick Bolton walk in free agency, maybe they would have considered Campbell. However, with Bolton re-signing on a 3-year, $45 million deal, real interest from the Chiefs in Campbell was highly unlikely, further validating Howie Roseman's confidence in selecting the linebacker for the Eagles.